It is Lori here, and I have a special little plant that you've probably seen before. Let me have you take a look at that. This is the Chinese money plant. This is a very popular plant. You've probably seen this all over Instagram. People like to take pictures of this, and people are just loving this plant right now. Place that I went to get this was an actual nursery. You're not usually going to find it at general places like Walmart, at least not that I've seen. I don't go to Walmart very often. But yeah, so this is something that actually had to go to a nursery. And when I found it, this nursery has quite a few different things. And there was only like a few of these left. And it definitely, if you can see the price there, $7.99 for just a little pot like that, it definitely, they kind of mark the ones that are a little bit more, a little hotter items. And this is definitely one of those items that I feel like they kind of marked up for that reason. And I wanted to talk a little bit about this plant because I did do some research and I wanted to be and watch lots of videos. I have tons of plants, but this is going to be a great one to add to my collection. I'm super happy about it. And so let's talk about this a little bit here. The nice thing about this is it's relatively easy to care for overall. And there's actually several names for it, but the most popular is the Chinese money because it's actually shaped like, I guess, like the coins. But it's also called like UFO plant, missionary plant, I think is another one, and I think I read something about pancake plant, which that's interesting. But of course, ding ding ding, money plant, Chinese money plant wins that there. So um, it's pretty popular, and there's a couple of reasons why I think it's popular, but this is just my opinion. Is this kind of fits into the minimalistic decor. The modern mid-century is a big thing right now, and this is a perfect plant for that, especially if you had like a gold pot or a simple white pot or anything like that. So this goes great with that kind of decor. Another reason why I think it's kind of popular is because there's actually a little bit of meaning. There's a legend that says if you actually put a coin in the soil, that will help attract wealth. So if you want to try that to see if that helps, go ahead and do that. And then write in the comment section if all of a sudden you become a rich millionaire because of that. This is going to get approximately about 8 to 12 inches high. You can keep them even on a windowsill, and they don't get real big, so they're great for just like little pots that you can keep in your house. So this is something that makes this plant pretty cool, is that you can propagate it fairly easily. I do not know honestly how long it will take to get the little pups or little babies that they call them, but what you basically would want to do afterwards, and I might do this once I start getting pups, is you can actually just cut them off with a knife. You want to be very careful obviously to not affect the base there. I don't have any pups. This is obviously new. And so, yeah, that'll be something that I look forward to doing. If you're going to do that, I would highly recommend looking at videos that show you how to do it. What I saw looked very, very easy, so I didn't see anything that looked too rigorous. And then you want to put those in water, and then they will sprout off usually little roots in about maybe 1 to 2 weeks. These are fairly easy to care for. Overall, usually with like the watering, for example, you want to make sure to allow it to dry in between watering, and then you water it. I mean, it may be once a week that you water it, just depends. But these are generally kept indoors. For most people, they can care for them like that. And one of the reasons with the sun is it does not like direct light. It likes bright light, but not direct light because it actually can start burning the leaves. And so, yeah, so I think that you obviously would not want these beautiful little babies there burned or any holes in them. They also don't require much feeding, which for some of you who don't tend to feed your plants, this might be a great plant for you. You don't have to feed it very often. So, yeah, so that's something that's kind of a little bit of another reason why it's easy to care for. The soil needs to be well draining, and that's almost a funny thing because I feel like most plants need well drained soil. That's just a thing. And so I don't think I've ever read anywhere that said needs soggy soil. So it's almost like every plant needs drainage. So I think actually there's levels of drainage that certain plants, obviously succulents, are going to need even faster draining soil that's not going to hold in as much moisture. So I always think that's funny when I see that because it's every single plant that I see that. Definitely the big thing about this one is just allow it to dry out in between waterings. But suppose I have not seen the flowers, but supposedly they're supposed to be these little, I think, whitish or pale green, maybe even with a touch of some pink in there that they get on them. So it would be very interesting to see if any flowers come of this. It is native to southern China, and I was reading a lot of things about Scandinavia, how they're fairly easy to get in Scandinavia for whatever reason. I have no idea. But this is definitely something that is a great thing to add to your collection. I definitely recommend getting one of these, and this is new to my collection. I have probably hundreds of plants, and this is just one of them. And it definitely just the look of it. These coin-shaped foliage are just so unique and so different, and they just look like it's cute. It's cute and fun, and it just seems like it's going to be a really fun plant, and not too fussy, which I'm okay if a plant's fussy, whatever. I learned to deal with it, but I just think that this is just so fun, and I had to get one. Normally, for the little ones, I don't like spending that much, especially if I know that I can propagate it or get it from somewhere. But you got to start somewhere, and I can probably end up propagating this and getting a ton of these. Well, that's it for this video. Please make sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and also the notification bell to get the latest videos right to your phone or whatever you're watching. And then, yeah, stay tuned for more tips and also a tour of all of my plants